Hi, Collective. I'm Ancient, and I'm seeing the star. Imagine standing beneath a clear night sky and the air is cool, the world is quiet, but above you are countless stars reminding you that even in darkness, light exists. That's a message for someone. Even in darkness, light exists. That is the feeling that I'm getting with the star. If recent months have felt uncertain or emotionally draining, the star encourages you to reconnect with hope, not the kind of hope that expects life to be perfect, but the quieter kind that says, I can keep moving forward one step at a time. For the next couple of months, you may find yourself thinking differently about situations that once felt overwhelming. A challenge that seemed impossible may begin to feel manageable. A disappointment may slowly transform into a lesson that strengthens your resilience. This energy of the star also encourages honesty with yourself. Is there a dream you've quietly placed on a shelf because it felt too difficult? Some of you may feel that a dream, a goal is too hard to reach. Is there a goal, you've stopped talking about because you fear it might not happen? Rather than asking whether that dream will come true, consider asking whether it still reflects the person you are becoming. It's okay to shift. Sometimes our aspirations evolve alongside us. The star also reminds you that healing doesn't always arrive in dramatic moments. Often it appears through small changes in perspective, supportive conversations, restful evenings, and renewed confidence in your own ability to grow. What is giving you hope today? Let's go ahead and get into this message. Let's see here. I have, wow, I have the Two of Cups. I'm seeing two people sitting across from one another, sharing a conversation where both feel heard. There's no need to impress or pretend. Instead, there is curiosity, kindness, and mutual respect. For those who are single, this energy encourages openness to meaningful connections rather than chasing perfection or superficial relationships. Connections often begin with ordinary conversations and shared interests rather than grand gestures. For those already in relationships, this card suggests creating space for deeper communication, going beneath the surface. Listening can be just as powerful as speaking. A thoughtful conversation, an apology, or an expression of gratitude may strengthen your connection more than grand gestures ever could. The Two of Cups reminds us that healthy connections, healthy relationships include balance. Giving and receiving should both have room to exist. The question that you should ask yourself is, how do I help create relationships that feel safe, honest, and supportive? But that question has to be felt on both sides. Does that person create space for you to feel heard, where you feel safe and supported? Moving on, the next card I have, wow, is the Hermit. The Hermit is about your inner wisdom. It's what I'm seeing is someone a quiet walking in a quiet forest path. um this could be metaphorically happening, or this could actually be happening, but there's no crowds, no deadlines, and no distractions, only the gentle sound of your own footsteps. The Hermit invites reflections, deep thoughts. Perhaps for the next couple of months, this card is asking you to spend a little more time listening to your own thoughts before seeking everyone else's opinions. There is wisdom in slowing down. There is clarity in creating space for silence. This energy suggests that understanding yourself more deeply can influence every area of your life, including your relationships and financial choices. What values do you want your decisions to reflect? Though that's a question you should ask yourself. Okay, I have the Empress. The Empress arrives here. She represents power, but nurturing power. She arrives gentle. Rather than measuring abundance only through money or achievements, um this card invites you to notice the richness that is already present in your life. The richness can be reflected through friendships, creativity, health, learning, moments of laughter, simple pleasures. Abundance often begins with appreciation. The Empress also encourages caring for yourself with the same kindness you readily offer others. Rest is productive, joy is valuable, creativity deserves time. What helps you feel most alive and connected to yourself? I also have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles shifts the focus toward work, learning, and financial growth. Imagine performing a craft. Each day brings small improvements. Over time, those improvements become expertise. This card celebrates consistency. Instead of searching for instant success, it encourages showing up regularly for the goals that matter most. Every skill you develop becomes part of your future foundation. Every lesson learned increases your confidence. Some of you are developing skills, new skills. And I also have here the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is about financial stability. It represents thoughtful stewardship. Financial confidence isn't only about income. It also comes from planning, patience, and making intentional decisions. In the next couple of months, it may be a good time for you to review your goals. Could you be spending better, reflecting on your priorities, managing your finances and your time? Are there opportunities to save, invest in learning, or prepare for your future milestones rather than focusing on perfection? Aim for steady progress. Small improvements often become lasting change. I also have here the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about embracing change. The final major energy here reminds us that life isn't about staying the same, that life is consistently changing, and some opportunities arrive unexpectedly. Some plans change direction, some endings create space for entirely new beginnings. Rather than resisting change, this card encourages adaptability. Excuse me. You don't need to control every outcome. You simply need the courage to respond thoughtfully to whatever unfolds. As the month continues and closes, take a moment to appreciate how much growth can happen within a single month. Growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it is simply becoming a little wiser, a little calmer, and a little more confident than you were before. Is there any other messages? And we end this with power. And what I mean by power, the Hierophant. This reminds you to be curious, to be wise, to be compassionate, to move in tandem with what aligns with your purpose and what aligns with you. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you all very soon.